Like, for example... All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Run Your Mouth podcast. We've got a full roster of people. First, we've got from Comedy Fight Club, the mighty autistic man himself, sleeveless, ready to go, Matt Maran.
What's up?
To the left, we've got Ilya... What was your last name?
Laksin.
Ilya Laksin, who... Fucking hilarious joke writer, man. We were all very impressed. I mean, I'd never met you, so it was just my first time seeing you, and I was very impressed. Great joke writing.
One of the best roasters at Comedy Fight Club. He's done it a few times now. We're doing a tournament now. He's probably one of the favorites to win the whole tournament.
And where the hell did you come from?
I don't know, just doing mics in the city, and then I'm a real dark horse comedically. Just doing comedy, and then I was like, I'll do the roasts, and turns out I'm great at it, and also other people are pretty bad at it.
Oh, okay.
It's a real combo. It's like the mixture of those two things is like pretty great for me.
All right, all works out. And check out, I judged on the last episode. I had a ton of fun. I was not expecting to. Firstly, you guys put on a way better production than I don't know why. Well, it's because I know you for a while, so I just assumed it wasn't that good of a production. But the way you guys film it is super cool. The flow of it's really cool. I'm usually not that funny, but I was just running off the vibe of Eli Sayers. He's so intense, and it's so quick. And who's the other guy?
Joe Walkowski.
Him also. They're like so, you know what I mean? It really lights a fire in their ass.
And Chrissy Mayer was there.
Chrissy Mayer's great. No, she's also great. She's hilarious and she's fun. She doesn't set a tone like those guys do.
Yeah.
Where, I don't know. It's like any other team sport. The other guys are so good at it, it kind of heightens you. So check that out. And then this is cool. I was going to say, I don't think anything. We're going to get into decade talk in a little bit. And I actually had one. Oh, G-Mike's here as well. I should introduce G-Mike.
Yeah, no, it's cool. Keep going.
No, it's not a given.
I was enjoying it.
You haven't been here months. You've been gone. You've been gone so long. Harrington now is a home now. That's how much has changed on the show.
Harrington has a home?
Well, it's not like a home. It's like a
shed.
Windowless apartment with some Asian people, but it's a step up from the E-train.
From nothing.
Yeah.
Place that I live in.
It has ducks hanging from the windows.
Yeah.
Right?
I'd like
If it was the A train, you could also say it's a windowless apartment with Asian people to some extent.
Every time he's in a stalled subway, he's like, I got a place right now. I'm good.
I'd like to say that G-Mike went missing, but really he's just been upgraded to better. You work on Comedy Fight Club as well.
Yes, for a couple of months now.
Yeah.
Good show. Love
Comedy
the show.
Fight Club, Legion of Skanks. So if you're wondering what happened to G-Mike, he got his start here, and he took that on his resume and went running to other podcasts, but...
For everyone listening, Rob had to beg me just now. Beg me to come in and do this.
Well, it's nice to have you back here. This is cool. I'm doing... First headlining gig that I'm ever headlining at a ski place.
Wow!
Some people that listen to Part of the Problem, they book a room and they're like, "Come out, we'll pay for your lift tickets, we'll pay for your flight." So my ski vacation is covered, and all I have to do is a half-hour comedy, which I have like 15 minutes. So
You'll make it.
I'll
Are you
make
working
it.
on ski jokes?
Yeah, but it's not a ski budget. What's the ski resort?
So that's what you know. What I like having you on.
I want to chime in.
He lobbed up the plug. He went, "Where is it?"
Feel free to name it.
All right, here's what we got. It's February 13th and 14th at 8 p.m. at Schmiggity's. Schmiggity's? Am I pronouncing that right? Only at a ski resort would you have a place. Schmiggity's.
Schmiggity's is the venue. Steamboat Springs. Oh wow, that's a pretty well known.
I've never skied out west. So I'm excited for that. You know what? It sounds like the guy took acid and he wanted to name it Schmitty's.
I honestly thought for a second it's like you're going to the shittiest ski resort named Schmiggity's, like some low rent place in Queens that's also a ski resort.
Where is this in Colorado?
Yeah, it's in Colorado.
Oh wow, nice.
Hell yeah! So gonna be come hang out. It's Valentine's Day. If you're listening to the show, you're probably alone.
Safe bet. A lot of black jokes, not going to be an issue.
That's
I'm just
true.
gonna throw that out there.
You can be really racist at a ski resort.
Yeah.
I mean,
just being there. I assume that's why the prices are so high. It's
just to price them out.
That's the price to yell the N-word on a mountain without any encumbrance.
And if there is one, with all the snow, they stick out, so you can tell whether or not you can tell a black joke.
Well, you can't tell because everyone there is wearing like a bright fuchsia bodysuit. So
even the blacks, or are
black
they blacks?
wear bright fuchsia bodysuits no matter where they go.
I'll be honest. This took an aggressive racial turn super early on.
What don't you like about them?
Okay. Let's save some gold for the rest.
All right, and then one more date I want to plug: Khyber Pass Club in Philadelphia, January 3rd. Mike Lemmy headlining. I'm going to be doing a spot, so if you're down in Philly, come hang out.
Nice.
Now I had a funny. I own a car because my grandfather got old and I took his. And any of you guys you own a car? What about you guys? You guys ever do the car thing?
I don't own one, but I have. My dad has one that I use all the time.
Yeah. How are you guys on car maintenance? Is that something like...
I'm pretty mediocre about. I mean, what do you mean? How good am I at maintaining my car, or like my knowledge about?
No, I would say like I'm a mess of a human being, and that extends to my car. So it's like any other possession.
Cleanliness or like
not even cleanliness, just
oil
like
changes?
Like I lost my first car because I never changed the oil. Like at some point it
what happened
died
to the
on
car
me.
you inherited? I haven't talked to you in so long.
No, so I have it. I haven't crashed it yet.
kicking?
It's still kicking.
Does the alarm keep going off?
The alarm goes off every
I love
time.
that.
Every time I get in and out of this
People
car.
in restaurants like eating outside would like jump because his car alarm has to go off.
So I had a wild experience with car maintenance that my the flat tire, not the flat tire, but you get that like the little hazard light that comes on, and it looks really alarming, but then you find out it's just that your tires are low on air, and you're like, all right, that's not that bad of a solve. So I kept stopping to put air in my tires, and every time I'm driving, the thing's still on. And then I'm looking at my tires, they don't look flat, and then I'm hitting potholes, and I'm like, man, these things must be really flat, because like I'm like really filling in the whole car. So I keep like, stopping and putting air in the tire, and then I went to I was like stalling going to a place, and I kept being like, all right, I'll just be fine. And then I get in the car and I'd be like, okay, one of these tires clearly needs to get fixed, but fuck it, I'll just put some more air in my tires. Anyways, I finally went to see someone and I had too much air in the tires.
God.
I'm good. I'm good at car maintenance then.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty decent.
If that's the standard.
I always thought that the way that the air filling thing worked was that once your tire was full, the metal thing would like hit back out. I thought it was like a return mechanism.
So it's like a carnival game.
Yeah, I thought that's the way it worked. Was
Thing pops out.
There was that little metal piece, but apparently the way it works is you put the thing on, and then the metal piece comes out to tell you what the tire level is on your. Did you guys know that?
Yeah, I'm
You're talking
retarded
about
with cars, and I know that.
You're talking about the tire gauge.
Yeah, apparently.
First of all, let's use the lingo. It's called a tire gauge.
All right, if you want to be all technical about
I
it.
like the metal thing.
Somebody
I
knows
didn't even
about
know
cars.
the metal thing. So just Also, just a general trick. If you look on the inside of the car door, it'll tell you the tire pressure for your car.
Oh, so you don't have to be out there like an asshole with the flashlight trying to figure out.
It won't tell you what tire pressure your tires have. It'll
it
tell you
should
what
be.
tire pressure.
No, I get that. A sticker wouldn't know where it's at.
I'll be honest. I don't know what you know. I'm not giving you any credit.
He's reading this sticker like it's perfect. I don't know what's going on.
You don't condescend to me. You just called it the metal thing. It's like it popped out.
It's like I literally have a flat, like it's flat, and I'm looking at the sticker, and I'm like, it says it's filled with air. I don't know why is it not kicking properly. All right. We're coming, just changing gears here, unless someone else has a fun flat
Changing
tire
gears,
story
I get
that
it.
they want to share with us. I like following the news. Every day in the news, there's more of these, hey, it's the end of the decade story. Here's all these fantastic things that happened in this decade. And I got to say, other than Trump being elected, which I just don't give a shit about, I don't think it's any different than anyone else getting elected, I can't think of one notable thing that's happened the whole decade. And so I'm throwing it to you guys. Is there anything that like stands out to you? Like, holy shit, that was, if I think of the decade before, and you had 9/11 and you had the financial crisis, those were kind of interesting. You probably
Interesting is how you...
Yeah.
You guys definitely are behind 9/11.
Do you group 9/11 and the financial crisis? They're like equals to you.
Yeah, absolutely.
What are the things that stuck out? Well, there's a financial crisis and there's 9/11.
Well, financial
As a
crisis
Jew.
affected my life.
Yeah, both things the Jews were responsible for.
The towers, I don't give a shit. I didn't work in the towers. I didn't need a job in the tower. Financial crisis happened
we
right
lost
when
a
I
lot of
was
people.
graduating college. That kind of sucked.
Oh.
You too. You're like the same age as me. I mean,
Yeah.
you look older, but you're like the same age as me.
I'm hazard, but I understand how cars work. And no, no, it didn't affect me. I don't think it did.
What do you do? Like,
I'm an immigration lawyer.
really?
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
during
So
the
there were
day.
always people sneaking in. That. Oh wait, do you defend them or try and get
defend-
rid of them?
No, I tried. I keep them in.
Okay.
fuck, dude?
I just sorry. Dude. You're worried that they're going to take whatever your job is here.
You can see a Mexican at Comedy Fight Club next
I
to
just
you.
won. I had a married couple today. I won asylum for them. And
Really?
My wife got very happy. She hugged me. It's pretty, and then that justifies
I
me
feel like-
saying rape jokes at night. So it's
Yeah.
like
Someone will
balance.
still hate you, though. Isn't that funny?
I'm fine with it.
I feel like if you save someone from being deported, that should be at least a blowjob.
I've tried to convince my fiance about that. She's like, super on the fence about it.
I think you're going to say at least like one like Mexican joke. Like for roasting, he gets to say all the offensive things because he's like won asylum for immigrants.
It's like a take a penny, leave a penny thing. Like
Yeah.
I save an immigrant, I get to say something bad about him, and it works out.
Well, now we're getting anti-Semitic.
I think that's generally too, though, is that
Take a penny, leave a penny.
That's not. I mean,
Everything has to.
just pennies. If there's a penny involved, it's anti-Semitic. Sorry,
Yeah.
what were you saying?
Is that a not very lucrative lawyer job?
It
Or
is not.
so do you do it out of
Most lawyer jobs are not lucrative at all. If you
Right.
don't graduate, if you don't graduate in like the top 10% of like a top 10 school, you're not starting out making anywhere near six figures. I make way less money than people I know with like no education, way less respectable jobs. It's not financially rewarding.
But
And I'll be
morally-
honest, saving people's lives, that doesn't do it for me either.
Isn't
It's
it more
just
like
a-
corporate law and lobbying is where like
Yeah,
real
if you
money
don't want to
is?
do corporate law,
yeah.
but that's like the kind of soul-sucking stuff where it's like I'd rather not make. I mean, honestly, I don't know, but I don't think I could handle it.
Okay, let's say me and G Mike were Mexican lovers. We immigrated to the country together, and you just lost the case, and now we're being deported. I'd love to know how you break that news to people.
Well, I
think the judge is the one who breaks the news.
It's not really, they don't just tell you and like deliver you like a carrier pigeon. You know, in
Like he's a
court,
doctor
like,
who has to
it's
tell
like-
someone
okay.
they're dying of cancer.
No, that's the way I envisioned. He walked outside like, "Hey guys, I'm sorry, I didn't win that one." So,
Well, they don't
coming
speak
in a
English,
couple
so they have
minutes.
no idea what's going
No,
on.
like when you lose a case and like sometimes like they'll hear the judge deny it, but they may not quite understand, and then outside I have to talk to them and explain.
That's what
like,
I'm saying, yeah.
Yeah, but then there's an appeal process, and I'll tell them, well,
Do
we
you
can appeal.
speak any like Spanish to explain
No,
to them?
I don't. I mostly work with Nepali people anyway. I very rarely have a Hispanic client.
that's better.
I've done a couple Honduran cases.
How do you end up big in the Nepali community? You look like a Sherpa.
Word of mouth.
Word of mouth.
Actually,
This guy's good.
word of mouth is actually no. I bet if I walk anywhere through Ridgewood or any other like Elmhurst, anywhere in Queens, I'm like a god probably.
Oh,
I
they
don't know.
love you.
I haven't tested it out, but it's possible. No, just my boss is Nepali. Everyone, it's a small office, but like everyone's Nepali, so it is word of mouth. Like it's a small country, so every time anyone comes into the country, they get detained. They probably know one person. That person probably lives in Queens, and that person probably knows us.
You ever
What's
ask
the-
ask any of them about that weird fucking flag?
It hasn't come up about it.
That's
You know-
the first thing I would ask. Have you ever seen the Nepali flag?
No, is it
I
stupid?
thought that's what you were gonna ask them. Have you guys seen your flag? It's bananas. It's crazy. It's
Harrington,
Yeah.
can you pull up the Nepali flag for us?
It's the only flag that's like weirdly shaped. It's cool. It's like
Yeah.
it looks like a pennant. Yeah,
Oh, it's
Oh.
like cut out?
Yeah.
That's fucking retarded.
I can get behind that.
it's cool.
No,
It looks like
honestly,
it's-
can I be honest? I said it's retarded because I'm a little jealous. That's a dope flag.
Also, I bet it flows so much better in the breeze because it's got that indent.
I wish America had something cool like that. We have a
Right.
boring rectangle flag.
You can wear it as a hat too, which is pretty cool. Turn it on its side. No.
Yeah.
All right. That's what I was into.
be
I was like,
honest.
I
I
can
can't
cover
wear
my bald
pointy
spot with that.
I don't know if you know what cars are or what hats are.
I'm an expert in both those topics.
a hat. It's just any cloth that you put on your head, right?
I'm just desperate
I
for
sleep
head
under a big
coverings.
hat every night.
So, what is like what is like a defense that you can even throw out there for a person who's completely illegally in the country?
Well, so asylum, asylum is just basically you have to have a claim that you were persecuted in the past, or you have a well-founded fear of persecution in the future from your country.
Right.
So being illegal isn't. Being illegal is just like the charge. It's not a criminal charge, but it's like a charge against
so
you.
why?
And,
What's the asylum claim for people in Nepal?
it's all political asylum, basically.
Okay.
So if you're the Maoist, and so between 1996 and 2006, there were Nepali Maoists, the Nepal Communist Party Maoists, and it was like a brutal civil war. Like estimates, like over 13,000 people were killed over that decade, which I don't think anyone here has ever heard of that civil war. But like it was for 10 years, and in 2006.
No, they need some better Jews marketing it.
Yeah, no,
That's why the
Holocaust. You hear about that all the time. Yeah.
I've tried to.
And that didn't even happen.
Well, the same at like 13,000, I'd say.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the same number of Jews that died in the Holocaust is how many Nepalis died in the Civil War. It's an easy rubric to
It's just they don't
remember.
complain about it.
Yeah.
Well, they
They
do,
just
but
seek
it's-
asylum and they hang out.
They're just not as good at it.
No, they're not good. But basically,
Word of mouth.
it's just they're like Maoists are assholes, and they still go after their political enemies because they're still trying to initiate a communist revolution. And so, if you're a member of like an opposing there's a major Democratic Party called Nepali Congress Party. They're like the major Democratic rivals. And if you're a member of that party and you're against the Maoists, and some Maoists come up and know who you are, they might just beat the shit out of you repeatedly over the course.
So they're
of
in
years.
legitimate. It's not like an excuse to get into the like they're legitimately in.
No,
fear of
they've been legitimately like assaulted by these Maoists, and currently, as of like the last 2 years, the Maoists are in the government. So yeah, that's what as far as I'm concerned. Like, and some of the Maoists are like the Home Minister of Nepal. this guy named Rambadur Thapa. He was a Maoist commander during the Civil War, and now he's the Home Minister, which is in charge of like security and like the intelligence. So basically, this guy who was involved in basically all the shitty dudes who are involved in the Civil War, a lot of them are in power now. And that's
So
who's in the government.
so you can just say so people who are in America, they'll be almost like political refugees.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Political asylum. That's what I get them. They're
Do most of
basically-
them like just take a flight here and then they try and declare asylum, or
No,
they have to sneak in?
You can't really do it directly if you don't have a visa. So they usually a lot of them will fly directly to South America, and they get basically smuggled. Like you'll go from Nepal to India. From India, you fly maybe to like Bolivia, somewhere else in South America, and then you just take buses and walking through jungles and get smuggled all the way through every country, all the way through Central America, all the way to
Jeez,
Mexico.
that's a fucking journey.
it can take like 7 months. It can take a year, depending on like. And usually in Panama or Costa Rica, you'll get like detained for like maybe a month, depending on the way up.
I would think if you weren't in South America, there'd be a different route for sneaking into the country. Like it would either be by boat to any port city, or it would be like through Canada.
Nepal is landlocked for one thing, so they have
Right.
to get out of Nepal. I mean, sometimes there's like a weird route. Sometimes like it's just like in transit in airports. They'll fly to like Moscow and then to Spain and then like Korea or something. But they're all just in the airports. But basically, you're just flying to whatever country you're able to fly without a visa or with whatever visa you're able to get. But you can't just get like a visa. I mean, you can get a visa to the U.S. and then come here and overstay. But if you're coming illegally over the border and not overstaying, it's usually through.
Have you ever had a
Mexico.
client not pay you, and then you called back up the government and go like, "Can you fucking throw these people out already?"
You know what? We've never tried that leverage. I'm gonna say that's probably super unethical.
Right,
But,
well.
but that being said, we've had plenty of clients not pay. You know what's weird? As it turns out, representing desperate asylees is not lucrative.
Yeah, I'm not
It's
surprised by
weird.
that.
yeah.
All right. Anything else and anyone wants to
Story
mention
from
from
the
the
decade.
entire decade?
I
Just
can think of-
anything that's noteworthy.
I
that
think
you
it's
feel...
sports related stuff. Derek Jeter retired.
All right. I
Yeah.
guess that was
Kid.
noteworthy. He was around for a while. G Mike?
Jussie Smollett.
Jesse Smollett's big story.
Yeah, that was a big story.
Not
Real
quite
rich
on
for the decade. We just went back
Yeah.
6 months. It's like, oh man, what happened this
I have
decade?
short-term
Harrington,
memory.
you got anything noteworthy?
No, man, this was a pretty sad decade for me. Really, really trying to black this one out.
Yeah,
What
but
are you talking-
you got a home now. Things are turning around for you.
Yeah, dude, it's a great way to wrap up a decade and start this.
That's
trend
what I'm
we're
saying.
going
After
upward.
after
Yeah.
a deep dive like Harrington, decade wasn't great for me either, but I'm headlining a ski gig in 2020.
Yeah.
Things are turning around for this podcast. Are you kidding me? Porch Tour 2020? That's going to be some big shit, man. We're going to make it outside of the tri-state area.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm going to close the door on the 2010s. That decade's dead to me now. Don't remember a single thing from it. Very, very,
Well,
who's
that's
this
because
shit
of the
decade?
heroin.
I hate to bring up bad memories, but
Yeah.
was 2011 bad for you? Like what happened? Like I don't know what your decade
From
was
what he
like,
remembers.
but like the whole decade, there must have been like some bright spots.
He's a Boston guy. Patriots won so many Super Bowls.
Yeah, I'm not a Patriots fan. I'm a Jets fan. But
Oh, I forgot about that.
yeah,
Yeah,
I'm a
Red
diehard-
you're Red Sox.
Red Sox won a couple
Yeah.
of titles this go around. Just so that's pretty fun.
You know,
Yeah.
my first year of college, I went to BU, and which is in down like right next to Kenmore Square, and so like literally within the first few months was when the Red Sox won for the first time
In 80 years,
2004,
yeah.
and I was out there when they were rioting. It's pretty fun. Good time.
Yeah.
BU, more like PU.
All right, picking it up for us, Mr. Harrington. All right, this was a fun story I saw on the news today. Harrington, if you could show us the pictures, but there's this all-women... Okay, it's basically a WeWork, but it's
Sounds
made...
great so far.
It's made by women for women, and the point of the WeWork was supposed to be that
What's a WeWork? Am I retarded?
a WeWork
am,
was
but-
basically a shared workspace. It was like a
it's
new school...
For women, so it's like a kitchen type. Yes. Are you thinking of a laundromat? I don't. How does this work?
Okay, so it's called The Wing, and it's supposed to be a WeWork for women by women. Harrington, can you also... Why don't you go to the website, like their actual website, so we can see the aesthetic a little bit, all the kitchen appliances that you were talking about. It's decorated for women. The point is supposed to be a friendly vibe because it's an all-woman atmosphere, and you
So
can
ethnic.
shower there. Women used to just work in their robes, and then men found out about it, and they started showing up. And because of those laws that you're using to keep these illegals in our country, they can't keep men out of the... They can't keep them out. Technically speaking, like, however laws work and
It's in Williamsburg?
creating social clubs that are public access, you're not
You're not
allowed
allowed
to have...
to exclude based on gender.
You're not allowed to
Yeah.
exclude based transgender, and so they have a problem of men showing up, ruining the vibes.
Just being creepy.
Harrington, if I got you a membership, would you start living there?
Buddy, tomorrow.
I'll be honest, those look fantastic.
I know, they do look kind of like nice and clean. And
I'd love to sniff the
Let's go to
seats.
the Soho one right now.
yeah, you don't see furniture like that in places for men.
No, we shit on
It's
everything.
all just giant piss troughs.
I don't believe that a
That's what
bunch
they
of
think of men. Hey, you guys piss in a giant bucket together. That's all you need.
I also don't believe that a bunch of women would be together all the time and not be complaining about each other. Like,
That's why
it's super
they-
friendly, really.
Well, okay, fair enough.
Dude, I would
go to the
sleep
other
on this little semicircle couch.
Can you imagine
in a heartbeat?
if we
that
got-
looks incredible.
If we got homeless Harrington a membership to this place,
I like
Can we do that? Can we get a
Harrington's idea
GoFundMe?
of porn is just a place that you could sleep. It's still not even a bed. It's still an alternative to a bed. But
Look
it's
at
like,
that thing, dude. That's comfy as hell.
Harrington watches a porn, it's the bed, and the people never show up.
he climaxes like no one
You're
gets to sleep back. He jerks. He freezes on the bed.
He jerks off to the pillows.
What's that thread count?
He comes to hospital sheets. Just, oh, look at those nice corners.
all right, good stuff.
I thought, is there more to the WeWork? I thought you were
No,
gonna
that
say-
was it. I just
what was the story there? I don't understand. Like it's
men
Men are showing up
are
to a
showing
girl's
up.
It's like a specific women. Like what is the thing?
It
is
was a
made-
specific
yes.
women's place, and then it
Like a
became
shelter.
It became popular enough.
You come after like a boxing match. You're like, you guys, same thing, right?
It became popular enough that men started coming, and they weren't allowed to say no men allowed.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
exactly what happened. All right, yeah.
No, never mind.
It's just like their tree. It's like a girl's treehouse, but for adult Manhattanites.
That's true, and I wouldn't want a chick in my treehouse. I kind of side with the chicks on this.
Did
Give
you
them,
have a
give them a place. Who
No,
gives a
I
fuck?
agree. It's ridiculous that there are laws that women can't create an
And
all-female
I
place to work. I
the
don't
only
give a
reason the men are
shit.
going is like troll, just to be assholes. Just
Yeah,
to, like,
I
just
don't-
be like, I'm a boy and I'm here too. Like, shut the.
I bet it's more the SJW. Hey, I'm on your side, and I feel more comfortable around women type
And look,
dudes.
no one wants those
That's-
guys around.
no,
Yeah.
Worst of all.
literally nobody.
Oh, it's the dudes who are trying to be feminists. Like, I think this place is so great, and I want to be here with you and fight the patriarchy.
But then they should know that they're going against what they want. You know what I mean? Like, if you love women that much, get the fuck away and let them have a spot. Like,
I'm so
it's
self-conscious.
like when your wife keeps nagging you. It's like, just give me fucking space. I love you. Give me space.
I'm so self-conscious. People can invite me over. I'm like, they don't really want me there. So I can't even imagine being in the headspace where you're like, I know they don't want me there, but I'm going, and I'm going to work there every day.
because I'm an ally, and they'll definitely want me because they need an ally from the patriarchy.
That is
Harrington,
true.
maybe we should go outside one of them and like try and track down a dude who's working there and interview them.
I just like the idea of us hanging out outside there, being like, "Hey, ladies, we're not invading your space, but like,
Or
It's
maybe
even creepier.
yo, y'all
That's
want to
the
get
worst.
lunch?
do you want to go and protest that it's an all-female workplace?
No, I want to go there and just genuinely hit on all the people coming out for a smoke break.
Well, that's why I think you would, if anyone would ruin the vibe of it, it's you, because you would be so sure that they wanted you to hit on them.
Oh yeah, for sure, dude. If I show up with like my chest hair popping out, ready to work for the day, it's game over.
They would be like, wait, do you even have a job that you need to get done here? And you're like, no, I rent a place that they store chicken, so I'm rent-free. I don't need to do anything. All right, so Trump was formally impeached by Congress. Now it moves up to the Senate.
We'll fight back. We will fight back.
Well, it's just going to get thrown out. That's the lunacy of it, is that...
I think it was a PR thing, so they can say he's been impeached in the build up to the election.
And they're also going to try and keep it from going to Senate for as long as possible, so that they can keep it in the newspapers.
Yeah, so it's that he's impeached, and it hasn't gone anywhere yet, and it just keeps getting people more and more riled up.
Yeah. So the one stat I want to read: 49% favored impeaching and removing Mr. Trump, and 46% opposing him. Statistically, even with the new poll, which is why even at the outset, just leave it for the next election. There's really no point to be wasting all of Congress's time trying to figure out whether or not to impeach the guy.
Wasting time is a American congressional pastime.
It's just they're doing something else, right? So let them do this, right? I don't know.
I feel like there are things that ideally they should be fixing.
Now the world's fine.
Has that not
is my
been the
political
case
thing.
forever?
know
The
what's going
case is always that Congress should be doing stuff and they're not. So,
Well, yeah, I mean, like that. The best example of that was when they took on like steroids in baseball. I mean,
Oh,
that was
God,
like, what was
yeah.
that, 20 years ago with Roger Clemens or whatever? And you're like, I don't really think I need Congress dealing with this one.
yeah, Congress is done. It's always funny when Congress steps into sports because then it's like sports is like my area of expertise, and anybody who's an expert in sports who just follows it all the time. Congress steps in, and you realize how inept Congress is, where you wouldn't necessarily know otherwise.
Because everything they say makes no
all this
sense.
stuff is normally above my head. It's like, I don't know, they probably know more about the economy than I do. But then they start talking about baseball. I'm like, you have no idea what you're talking about, and you're in charge.
I mean, it's the fundamental thing is like that's why they have subcommittees, is because ideally they should have like some area of expertise. But like, I don't understand how anyone's an expert in anything. That's why I don't why all our dumb friends, all our comic friends, have opinions on this stuff.
Yeah,
it's like, why do you have opinions on foreign policy and economics? Like, are you reading in between dog walking gigs? What are you? Where are you learning this stuff?
They're an open mic.
All my unemployed friends are live tweeting the impeachment. It's like, what do you have nothing during the day? It's insane to me.
The open mic comic in Brooklyn who works at a startup has a lot of strong opinions about Medicare for all. I'm like,
like I don't like if you're gonna know a lot about that subject, I don't believe you know anything about another subject.
That too, yeah.
And I also love people's commitment to their knowledge as if they've read a lot about the subject.
Yeah.
Especially amongst liberal comics. That it's like they are so sure that it's 100% right, having done no research.
Yeah.
I admire the skill. That's what I do on this podcast.
Yeah.
That's why it's called Run Your Mouth.
Yeah, it's my favorite thing in politics when a politician, because of how die-hard like a city or a fan base is for their sports team, they'll try and appeal to that by saying like, "Oh, I'm a sports fan too," and then they completely put their foot in their mouth.
Well, didn't Giuliani get in trouble? He was like, Yankees fan because he was the mayor of New York, and then as soon as he left, when he was running for president, he went back to Boston.
I think so. Well, I just remember the big one I remember was John Kerry talking about how big of a sports fan he was when he was running for president. And he said he was a big football fan. He went to Lambert Field. It's Lambeau Field. It's like the most famous stadium in football. He's a big Red Sox fan. Someone asked who his favorite player was. He said Manny Ortiz.
Like he's reading it off his hand.
There's Manny Ramirez and David Ortiz. There is no Manny Ortiz.
I like that. Manny Ortiz.
Yeah.
Lambert Field also sounds way nerdier.
Yeah.
It sounds like you'd have a reading off or something.
Exactly, yeah.
To be fair, if you just say Manny Ortiz, that's a safe bet there's one person named that in any given field.
That's true.
Right?
On that baseball team.
Like, you took a shot in the dark, but it's something. Hillary Clinton is like the queen of that.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Let's pretend I like. Didn't she do? She had a
She
thing
did
like
it with the Yankees.
I forgot what the one that she did. Something like that.
It was
she
something
did-
about her saying she was a Yankees fan.
Well, no, she did Power 105.1, and she was talking about hot sauce or whatever. And they're like, why
that
are you
one.
talking about hot sauce?
I love me
Like,
some
are you
hot sauce.
pandering?
Like-
It's like, yeah, is it working? Like, she's open about that shit. I
Yeah.
love it.
Harrington, can you look up? I think they do like it's not quite polls, but they'll kind of gauge if they ask kids, "What do you want to do when you're older?" and then they'll get back like the top career choices. And I think I've read recently that the top career choice for kids, or at least is up there, is being an influencer. That's like something
Kids
that
know what that is. Because I barely know. Wrap my head around the concept.
At this point, I feel
Well, they
like
were
I could
raised
see
with
that.
it. They don't know a world without influencers. You know what I mean?
I didn't know that like they knew the word. Like I thought they would just know who like YouTube personalities
maybe
are.
okay. It
They might
could
not
be
know the
that
word,
they're like,
yeah.
I want to be an Instagram celebrity,
Okay, yeah.
and then it gets translated to I want to be an influencer. But I think. There's a part of my brain that goes, these fucking retard kids. But then also, I'm trying to be a comic, so it's like it's virtually the same thing. And I will say, all the jobs that I was interested in when I was a kid was because they just seemed like an easy way to make money. Like there was prestige. Like for example, the idea of doing radio was really cool to me when I was a kid. And then the other one that was interesting to me was kind of working on Wall Street. That might be more of a Jew synagogue thing where those people are cool because they have a shit ton of money, and it just seems like an interesting way to not have to become a doctor and be able to have a lot of money.
I remember it would just be a thing that you were interested in. And you think, oh, I saw Jurassic Park. I want to be a paleontologist.
Yeah, just
because I
it
like
seems
dinosaurs,
cool.
or I want to be an astronaut.
It's also
'cause space
one of
is
10
cool.
jobs you've heard of when you're 6.
Exactly.
Right.
It's like what do you don't know about
What you do.
What immigration you don't know about like
I know where Malta or whatever that is.
what
No, Nepal. There you go.
Did you just say Malta?
Close enough. I knew it was.
It's like, I was like also I think Malta is still around, right? It's not like,
Malta is a
I don't know
part.
what
It's
that
part of
is.
Italy.
but it's like its own. It's like a separate thing, right? Like,
Yeah,
I'm so dumb. I thought you were talking about a job I didn't know of.
A Malta.
I'm like, oh, you can become a Maltist?
A Malta. It's a
Good for you, dude.
It's a thing in your car that tells you about your tire pressure.
How come I don't have one of those? I got a brand new car. How come it came without a Malta?
the multometer. It's standard for only 2019 models.
But I think like when you're a kid, you just kind of have an idea of what's kind of cool or prestigious, and so what makes sense is that since there's money in being an influencer. But the other thing I was thinking about is if you look at today, there's probably more people who are making money in media than ever before, because since you don't have to go through a TV station, there's so many people who are on Instagram and YouTube who are making a lot of money. So it's interesting because it's like a very wide open field where virtually anyone can kind of command somewhat of an audience, and then it's fairly lucrative. But the other thing that I just find really interesting is YouTube is basically the most successful television network ever, that without any cost, they have zero cost in terms of producing content. I know they started creating content, but for the most part, it's zero cost. It's just a platform. It's like you guys can just put it up, and the market will decide if it likes it, and we're going to take the majority of the ad revenue.
Yeah.
Which isn't, like, if you think about, and even with that, they're policing content where if it's offensive, they'll pull it down. I mean, it's wild. That is, they're the most successful television network ever.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
And it's also mostly off the backs of stolen content, because if I think about what attracted me to YouTube more than anything, it's that when they started putting full CD albums up on YouTube, it's like, oh, fuck the radio. I want to listen to Hendrix. The whole album's there. Yeah. And then once you're on the so it's, in other words, like they brought everyone to that platform. Obviously, the tech and compression software that they're able to host everything ever without any data caps or whatever. So like there is the tech side to it, but it's this weird thing. So they had all this really stolen media up there. The other thing that attracted to me was like all the old O&A stuff. You could listen to old Howard Stern.
Yeah, exactly.
Random clips from media. But that's none of that was like posted by O&A from what I listened to for the most part.
Yeah.
So in other words, they got us all there because it's stolen media. Then they command the audience that were all already in the platform, so everybody new goes there. But every time you go there to post your content, it's free for them. They don't have to pay a fucking dime for the production cost, nothing. And then if the audience doesn't like it, they don't give a fuck. It's no sweat off their back. And if suddenly you're a YouTube star and you're getting 26 million impressions or whatever the fuck it is, that's all money to them.
Yeah, it's just they got the real estate. It's like, if you own the billboard, it's like people, that's where you put the sign. Just pay me, and you go. Yeah,
it was just there was this entire billboard space that nobody had ever purchased before.
Yeah,
and they just bought all of it.
It's like a digital mall that they that they built basically.
I like how we all have our own different metaphors for what YouTube is. As if everyone knows what YouTube is.
Yeah, everyone's familiar. We don't need to break it down.
So YouTube is this thing.
It's like having too much air in your tire.
Dude, I actually remember hearing about YouTube for the first time, listening to Opie and Anthony back in high school.
Yeah.
And then not even checking out the website. I mean, that, whatever. Anyways.
I don't remember where I think... I remember, because my brother and I have talked about this recently, the first thing we watched on YouTube, we saw a funny commercial, and then we're like, it was the old Starburst with the clown sings like berries and cream. Do you ever see that?
Berries and cream.
Yes. We thought it was hilarious. Then we wanted to rewatch it and couldn't figure out how, and we like Googled it, and it linked us to the YouTube .com, where it was a YouTube video of that commercial.
That is the worst story I've ever heard.
Yeah.
I was looking for a Starburst.
Man, I gotta watch
you know what,
Harrington,
can we bring it up for us? Let's not slam the Starbucks commercial. Maybe it's the most entertaining anything anyone's ever seen
it's like,
ever.
You know how the commercials now, they try to be really weird and like so you remember it?
It was one of the
like
first
that,
ones
but
of those.
like 15 years ago maybe.
Yeah. Berries and cream.
What kind of starburst did you just say?
I forgot about this.
Berries and what else?
And cream.
Berries and cream. I'm a little lad who loves berries and cream. Berries and cream, berries and cream. I'm a little lad who loves berries and cream.
But one of those 12.5 million views is Matt and his brother.
I was about to say it was uploaded in 2007, so that's probably the exact same video.
That was, I remember seeing, like, kind of barely seeing that on TV and be like, what the fuck was that? Was that a real commercial? And then going back to look it up to see.
And here we are 15 years later.
And then after that, you get Tim and Eric, right? That's that garbage kind of comedy.
I never really watched a lot of Tim and Eric.
I barely watch. Everything I watch about it was like, oh, it's just random stuff, but it's not actually a joke. And then that's what comedy is now. And then it's like that's why all this short. This is just me ranting about comedy.
It's okay.
Just like,
literally.
Jokes with punchlines are overrated now.
Let me just randomly say a thing and then quick cut to a bunch of other things. It's like it's mostly just like good editing software, but it's like I don't know. I just think I think YouTube probably contributed. Just to tie it back to YouTube. I think it's that culture of like this soundbite comedy where it's just random nonsense. It's like, I think it just changed. Like
if something's weird and it's like, oh, get it? It's funny because it wasn't funny. I'm like, no, it just wasn't funny.
It's just like we quick cut to something funny.
Well, statistically speaking, you have like people watch on average like 20 seconds of a video, so you have 20 seconds to get someone to watch the rest of your video. So it just has to be boom, boom, boom. I'm doing this. I'm doing that.
No, that's why I use the air horn on stage. People keep them on their toes.
So I was in my car today and I heard about two, I think it's kids that have YouTube channels that brought in like more than $20 million a year this past year. And some of the subgenres on YouTube that make money, which is just insane to me. One is reviews, where people will just play music and then review the music. Like, I'll just listen to the music. I don't need two random black dudes who are listening to Pink Floyd for the first time. Why do I need to see their reaction to it?
I do. I watch those, or like when they react to like Doug Stanhope clips or like Bill Burr stuff, and you just.
I'll be honest.
I don't know why I'm fascinated by this.
I love watching black people react to things. They have so much like,
it's kind of like,
and they've never seen it before, so it's so funny to see someone who knows nothing.
It's kind of like when I see my nephew have like chocolate cake for the first time. It's like, oh man,
he's like, this is awesome. And you're like, yeah, it is awesome, dude. You're right. Like, it reminds you how awesome it was when you saw it. Like,
although a lot of those are lies, because like you'll watch a video, it's like they're watching the Back in Black video. It's like, I think I've heard of it. Yeah, of course you heard it. You've seen it in a million movies. What do you?
Oh, I know this one.
I know you're black. You've also heard every AC/DC song. Like this isn't like a obscure white thing.
Yeah, like AC/DC did not make it to the hood. It's in every movie you've ever heard.
Also, you've probably sampled it yourself.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna throw that out there.
What was I talking about? Something to do with YouTube. Oh yeah, these kids are making a shit ton of money. So one, and then the other one that's wild is just reviewing products. Just product reviews make a shit ton of money. So one of these, I think it's a kid. That's all it is. It's a kid that reviews toys or something. I've never seen it before, but 126, what is that? I don't.
132 million.
Yeah, and he made $20 million last year.
Oh my God. Also got him some milk and some.
Aww. How do you like it? How do you like it?
I had not to like it.
Asian babies do look 1,000 years old.
They give the little Asian
He's
girl
so wise.
the girl doll, and they immediately kill it. This is. I mean, how are you not just? This is just for like voyeurs, right? Like,
is the mom hot?
Well, have you seen those videos where they actually like bathe the kid and they turn off comments so you could like it's just for pedophiles to watch pretty much.
Really?
And then they get like I think they stopped it now.
That's why I'm so turned on
Yeah.
it now.
No. Wait, you know what? That's the first thing you look at before the Starburst.
People would blog their family and it would be like, we went to Target, 40,000 views, nighttime, 36,000 views, bath time, 200 million views, like, and then eventually they shut it all down because people were monetizing
Usually
like pedophiles watching their children. Like,
oh,
the only time you ever see anything like that is like in a low budget like POV horror movie. It's like there's always that creepy like, oh, it's a family footage, and then something like I was watching that and then in my head I was like, oh, okay, so someone gets murdered here. Like
I was hoping
more interesting.
Harrington,
this is just real life.
Can you show us another video, or is it just always the kid opening gifts?
And then what does he do? Just comment on
I don't
the
know.
gift?
I didn't see any commenting. I just saw.
Like, why was everyone watching that video?
London, here we come.
just every gift he goes, I do not like games.
Look, Ryan.
He's awake. Faggot.
Ryan going to London for the first time
we get
on
hit by a
business
two-story
class
bus.
airplane.
It's going to be our first time. I've never been there before. Have you been there before?
No.
I didn't know Asians emote this much.
Dude, I love how he's gone the Lewis route where he's wearing his own merch.
And we're going to do our meet and greet there for a little bit because Ryan's Toys is now in the UK.
So this kid's definitely gonna have like emotional developmental issues, right?
I bet he's going to be like Andy Milonakis and just act like this forever. And I can't blame him. He monetized it with more money than I've made.
But he's gonna go the Aaron Carter route. Tattoos
Get a
and
neck
shit,
tattoo.
crack, sue his brother.
His parents are going to take so much money from this kid.
Aaron Carter beat Shaq in one-on-one, and it's all been downhill since then.
Thus far, there's nothing to comment on because nothing has happened. Can you show me a single clip of the kid doing something?
He's playing with a bear, I guess.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yes, here in London. Oh, this is our view. Not super cool.
What a shitty view. 20 million?
Oh, look, they
Connect
are
4?
playing Connect 4.
But it's like beer pong Connect 4.
This has 6 million views.
Go, Ryan. You can win. Look.
All right, let's do Ryan in the Giant Box, the Fort Maze, with Grandma Obi.
I don't see
Maybe
that one.
the top right corner. Maybe Grandma Obi is a fun character.
Also, we're clearly so behind the times on this for all these videos. They're like,
135 million?
Is Grandma Opie just his stupid mom in a wig?
No, Grandma Obi's definitely an out-of-work LA actress.
Yeah, but you know how much money she might have made for this?
That's got to be humiliating.
For
Have
this?
some little 5-year-old make you dress like that and
she
do
also has
things
to put
for
it on
him.
her reel.
She made $1,200 for this, maybe.
I'm not saying I wouldn't do it. I'm just saying it's humiliating.
How much input does this kid have on these videos?
He just threw yarn into a fake old lady's face. I think
mean,
all of it.
Okay, so
I
just
just-
pause.
that's
Of course,
confounding.
every person in the history of the world is going to think, I got to do this because how is this kid making 20 million? Like,
Can we start doing this?
Like, there's
we
not a-
should.
And I'll
I don't
just
know
go,
what this is, though.
"Cookies."
There's
Sorry,
at least
I'm
at least some of the things I see where someone's a YouTube celebrity, they're singing or they're doing or they're
This
a
is literally
character.
nothing.
It's at least
Yeah.
something to watch. Like
It's a vid-
something, even if
it's
you
a
hate
home-
what you're watching, it's something.
It's a home video of a chubby Filipino kid.
I wouldn't even know.
And look, I got my own home videos of that.
Yeah.
Why would I go on YouTube for others?
I wouldn't even know how to mock that because he's not doing anything.
Yeah.
There's no specific character trait
Well,
for you to recreate.
Seinfeld was about doing nothing.
Yeah, maybe that's the magic
he made
formula.
You know,
$800 million.
we got to get Larry David in on this. It's like, look, we got this idea. We're gonna do just random videos of us opening toys, and then you write in material. And
All right, Harrington, you got another. Who was that other channel? That kid, I think, was #1 place for the amount of money made on YouTube last year. Is that accurate? Is that just #1 for a kid or #1 overall?
I think that's #1 overall.
Okay, that is not the market.
upsetting.
For all my talk about the free market and that we just leave it, they'll figure it out. Apparently, the free market decided that in entertainment on YouTube, nothing deserves more money than
I mean,
that.
if that was sent into America's Funniest Home Videos, it wouldn't make it because it wasn't. It's not
There's
funny.
nothing there.
There's nothing.
By the way, if for the rest of your career you
America's
ever
most home videos.
America's Most Home Videos.
I got what you're saying. If for the rest of your career you ever wonder how come nobody, well, because apparently they're into that. So I don't know. Like
Yeah.
I don't. There's no concept of.
Is
what,
there someone
what-
leaving?
Yeah.
There's someone leaving a comedy show going, God, that was good, but it was nothing like that Filipino kid who threw a ball of yarn at a fake old lady's face.
All right, Harrington, you got whoever came in #2.
Well, so I have there's a couple other guys in here for sure, but I just grabbed this guy. Like he's kind of just made his whole career off of being like, just look at him. Like he's just kind of that
At
like
least he's an adult, so I'm not as mad that he's like super wealthy.
Bought a new house in L.A.
He looks like he's from Colorado, probably.
Yeah.
right. And it's like
And this
he's-
only has 2 million views, so this guy is nothing
Guy
compared to that
sucks.
kid.
Jake or whatever the fuck that Filipino
Yeah.
name was killing it. I want to go back to his videos after this.
Ryan.
What if that kid's in the background of this one? Man?
Reviewing all his skateboards.
So apparently he's just like he's like
Just a rich
pranking.
kid.
I don't have enough self-esteem to watch people with much success, more successful, better lives.
It's not even the selling point, honestly. Yeah, if you need the one inside, feel free.
How many immigrants' freedom has this guy won?
Harrington, what was the one that I had texted you that
Yeah,
they
all right, you want me to
mentioned
go
on
to
the
that one
radio?
next?
Yeah.
Can't
All
wait
right.
to find this guy.
Well,
just
this
changed
one,
it from his-
I'll just say this is another genre of the the Instagram or the YouTube celebrity, which is interesting, where all of a sudden, I guess you have enough of a fan base that people will support the lavish lifestyle, and then it's like watching MTV Cribs, where every video they do is, "Hey, look at this lavish lifestyle that I have."
Because of you guys giving me money.
Yeah, so it's like this weird feedback loop where it's like, "Oh, look, I'm on the yacht because I have the money from you guys that I was able to be on the yacht, and now that's the content is look at this yacht that I have." Or
you get to feel like you're a part of it, I guess.
I
somehow.
guess it's like watching.
Like you contributed.
I guess that's a good
Like,
thing
if you're
about
a fan
not
of a-
having empathy is that I'll never get cornered into that. I'm like, I'm just never gonna relate to that. Like, why would?
I would feel good about seeing someone's success if they did something with talent and then I contributed and then they became successful after that. But like they did something.
Yeah,
for
but
it.
it's this weird feedback loop where it's like, pretty girl on a boat. Now, look at this next boat that I bought. And
Yeah.
then, all right, Harrington, show me the other one. I think it's another kid that made the shit ton of money.
Well, no. So they started out as like college guys 10 years ago when YouTube started out, or 12 years ago, whatever it was. And they've grown up with the platform. Now they're all adults who are just millionaires from this kind of horse shit.
But they were #2, right?
Yep.
Oh, the Dude Perfect guys. These guys are cool.
Yeah, their videos are at least a thing. They have a thing that they
Exactly.
created. It's like
Matt, you are the most on brand for liking Dude Perfect. Dude, these guys look like they all are Mountain Dew salesmen.
Yeah.
Okay, this I can at least see the appeal to.
there's a thing.
Yeah.
It's something to watch. Like there's things going on.
I remember them
that's
doing.
genuinely impressive. Like I know, like that's all they do is like do multiple takes until they get it right.
And there's something
But
very
that's interesting.
There's something very passively pleasing about it.
Yeah, it's very satisfying.
Yeah. It's almost like if you've watched those weird videos of like people just molding plastic and there's something weirdly pleasing
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely the dudes who do like the world record cup stacking. You ever
Yes.
seen those? Those are insane.
Yo, that was kind of sick, dude. When he
That was sick, but that wasn't going like sick. It was just
dude,
like
he
that was
lit a match.
oh my goodness.
All right, you guys are jerks.
It was just me. No one else was on board.
Oh, he
That's
was
cool.
impressed that they have a house.
It's like,
Yeah.
what's that? A roof? Sweet.
All right, Harrington, can we see the number 3 if you can Google it?
So
And
I
then we'll
remember
move on
these
from this.
guys. I remember.
227 million views.
Yeah, I remember those guys because they would do like crazy dunking videos and like shooting basketball. They would like dive like off multiple diving
They
boards
started
into
very
a pool.
authentically. Now they're just a YouTube machine. Like,
Yeah.
They had
What-
a TV show on like
Did they?
country TV, like the CTV or
Not
something like that for
surprised.
like
Every Stone Cold
something
did
like
too.
that.
Yeah.
Did he? There's a.
Oh, it was good.
I was flipping through. I think like Bob Saget is hosting like their Hollywood Squares, but like it's country Hollywood Squares.
It's all just
It's
hicks and hillbillies. The questions are very easy.
I don't know. I didn't really watch it, but I was just like this. I'm glad to know this is still happening.
Yeah.
It was
I remember
really
Jeff Foxworthy hosting "Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader" for a while.
I don't think I ever once watched that.
You
I
missed
did
that
because
one.
I watched it because it was just basic.
You know
trivia.
why? I don't know basic trivia, and I didn't want to be dumber than a 5th grader.
Yeah, that's true. You like get out on the first grade
no
question.
no one's gotten through that show thinking like I'm smarter than a 5th grader now. Everyone's like, I don't know, Uranus. Like,
Yes, I got to watch a show that makes me feel dumb. I don't
yeah,
need that.
But that's the point.
With Jeff Foxworthy mocking me. Harrington, do we have the number 3 guy?
It's not that easy. It looks like most of the like I'm trying to find the.
All right, I think we got
trying to
enough
find
from the
independent
1
stuff.
and 2.
The Dude
Okay.
Perfect guys are actually doing something at least.
All right, this is very exciting. Last year we did this. It was the first annual where we took a look at the breakups that took place in 2020, and we tried to say why these celebrity couples broke up based on nothing but their pictures. No information about who they were. Mostly celebrities I don't know.
I was about to say, if they're celebrities, we don't need it. We just know who Jennifer Aniston is.
No, you'd be surprised who makes a celebrity cut.
Yeah.
A lot of these are like those YouTube people that I never saw before
Yeah.
in my life.
And
now.
the last episode got taken down.
It got taken down for defamation. So we're bringing it back. Year 2 of the second annual with Matt Maran back. The celebrity of 2020, why people broke up based off nothing but their picture. We're not going to go. If you want to play along, you can just Google. I think we took the pictures from the People magazine article. You can just Google celebrity breakups of 2020. And we're not going to do all of them, but we're going to get through about the first 15, and then they stop really being celebrities. So let's start with William Shatner and his lovely wife.
Like fourth wife, I believe. Is
Yes,
what it is.
Fourth wife.
Well, when you 80, you know.
Yeah, he got.
He's 88 now. They were married for 14 years. That means at 74
that's a good
he got.
fucking run. That's
Yeah.
a
But still, if you're a woman and you marry a guy who's 74, you think till death do us part. Don't have to last that long, and she still didn't make it.
That is true.
What do you think was like the final straw for her?
I
Like,
think it's that she's pretty sometimes, and other times she's got the face of the guy from Saw. The other one is she looks like the lady from My Big Fat Greek Wedding. If instead the movie was titled "I Ate the Wedding and I'm a Big Fat Greek."
she does do a mom smile though, like that.
Or if William Shatner's daughter had survived the drowning.
I also just love
his wife, not his daughter. Get the right awful reference.
I also love the idea of Shatner turning 90 and his confidence. He's like, it's time to get back out there.
Yeah.
And he could. You think he hasn't fucked at least twice?
But also, like, wait, no, no, you said 40. I think they were like together like 18 years or
Yeah.
something. I think his last wife drowned in like 1999, so he like rebounds pretty quick.
She drowned or died?
She drowned.
She did?
Well, I I think it was an accident, but I think people think he might have been involved. I'm not.
Any woman in William Shatner's life who died, we assume just drowned.
No, his wife drowned.
And his daughter did also, right?
Wait, his daughter did?
I thought he had like a 2-year-old daughter who
Yo, he's
drowned.
murdering
When did,
motherfuckers. That's the case.
like a long time ago?
Yeah, I think
Or, like,
so.
recent- Really?
And that was a while ago. Yeah.
Harrington, can you look that up? Does William Shatner have 2 dead drownings?
Can you turn back to the
Googling.
sideways angle? Harrington, Yosef's gonna watch this footage and be like, "Was I on this?" That's the other guy who does the show sometimes. The other thing I gotta say is, I bet it was a little bit mutual because there's got to be a maximum amount of times that you can have sex with William Shatner. You know what I mean? Like, it might be 10,000, but like there's some upper limit where it's like, all right, no more having sex with
William Shatner.
Yeah, it's like eating cheesecake. At some point, you get to that slice, you're like, all right, that's enough cheesecake.
Like at first, you
don't
really
understand.
want cheesecake.
His third marriage was to Naren Kidd Shatner from 1997 until her death in 99. On August 9th, 99, Shatner returned home around 10 p.m. to discover Naren's body at the bottom of their backyard swimming pool. She was 40 years old. Autopsy detected alcohol and Valium diazepam in her blood. But
so they were having a good time. You can't get mad at him for that.
He wasn't there.
Oh.
He
Yeah, he
returned
was.
home to find
Was he?
her.
Oh,
Was
he
he
was
not there?
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He Robert Blaked it. He was like at a restaurant nearby or something. I'm trying to.
I don't know what Robert Blake is.
That guy,
Oh,
Mrs. Doubtfire?
the
Robert
Jinx. Robert Blake was
No. That's a different guy.
That is-
This is too. No, Robert. He played Beretta. He was like he's the actor, and his wife was shot like outside a restaurant, and then he was arrested for it.
Yeah,
It's
wasn't
like a
the
big-
Jinx was like the whole
This is
documentary?
part of my best of the 2000s. list,
Yeah.
is, Robert Blake.
No, the Jinx was the whole documentary.
That's a
they
different
did
guy.
on it.
That's
It
a
is?
different guy.
It
That's
is?
Robert Durst. That's a different.
Durst. Oh, you're right. It is.
All right, let's go to
Yeah,
number.
Fred's dad.
Let's go to let's go to number 2 on our list, which is Avril Lavigne and
Some 41?
some really rich dude.
She
with,
used to be with the Nickelback guy, right?
No,
Yeah.
some 41. Don't you dare.
No, both of them.
I thought she was with
Oh,
the guy.
really? I
She
think
was
that's
with the
right.
guy for Nickelback.
I mean, a
Yeah.
real orgy
Who's
of
he?
horrible music. And then this. Who is this?
Wait, she dated the guy from Orgy?
Yep, that guy too.
So I think it's that they met at a convention for Rip Pant enthusiasts, and he realized he wasn't that into Rip Pants. The other thing I think is like he's still super rich, and you don't want to be with a lady who's slowly turning into the lady from The Ring.
She is exceptionally pallid, like just like pale and like white, ghostly looking.
All right, next one.
More of an observation, guys.
I don't know.
Feel free-
I don't even know who these people
like
are.
like one of William Shatner's ex-wives.
She looks like she drowned on Valiums in a pool.
Mysteriously.
Yeah.
All right,
As a fan.
let's see the next one. I didn't know who these people were, but they're gorgeous. I want them to get back together. Harrington. Does anyone know? I don't know who either of those people are.
I have not watched. That's the show, right? I have not watched.
Chriselle.
You see, you look at people like that, and you're like, those
Also,
are people who should be celebrities. They're gorgeous.
I'm not entirely sure which one of them is Chriselle. I think either of them could be Justin or Chriselle. Just that's a. What do they do? They're both.
They're
on
from the show This Is Us.
They're
I don't
both-
even know what that show is.
Oh no. Oh, he's
the show
on
on
the
NBC.
show, and she's just with. Okay. I mean, it's hard to have any emotions about people I don't know who they are.
And split up after 2 years of marriage. So wait, is it a reality show?
No, this
Well,
is
then
us.
that was them.
This Is Us. That was them.
Thank you.
There you go.
All right, let's leave it on a laugh. To the next one. Next one is country star Reba, whatever.
Reba McEntire.
You know
Yeah.
her name. Say her name properly. Give her
Reba
due respect.
McEntire, and I think it's that you need to age at the same pace as your spouse, or have more money than them. That's it. So you can't have less money and be aging faster. So I think she's looking at him, and she just wants to get out there and sit on some new faces. That's what I think it is.
She made a mistake marrying a guy named Skeeter.
I was going to say, after the age of 16, no one should call you Skeeter.
There's only so long you could really like. If you're not chewing on a hayseed thistle, like you really can't be Skeeter in your 60s and 70s.
The name's
He married someone named after a Doug character.
That's how we.
All right, next one. Ron Perlman, and I don't know his wife's name,
Opal.
but I'm figuring...
Opal Perlman.
There,
pretty
go down.
cool.
I'm figuring that they got divorced because Ron remembered he was a racist. Or he didn't want to have sex with Don King.
Yeah.
She has vaginal lips that look like those turny things at a car wash. And I think And I think when you both look that bad, it just becomes a group decision.
She looks like Miss Frizzle got run over by the Magic School Bus.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
It's a yeah.
All right. Next, we've got Meg Ryan and John Mellencamp.
Okay.
Firstly,
I'm sad about that.
John Mellencamp looks like Brad Pitt with an extra forehead.
He looks like Mickey Rourke before all the surgeries.
Yes.
He does have an astonishing amount of head there.
They both look like different incarnations of Mickey Rourke throughout his career.
Like they all three went in on surgery, like for the same parts. Just like
Yeah.
you get a little bit of this, I'll take the extra.
He took all the forehead.
I'm saying they got divorced because Rain on the Scarecrow wasn't supposed to be a song about his wife in the shower. All right.
Next.
You guys are all
Let's end it on a laugh.
deep
Next.
on the melon
Going
camp.
deep Mellencamp, deep into the
You know what?
Cougs catalog.
There's like 3 people listening to this that were like, yo, that's fucking funny. Like, they really enjoyed that one.
And
All right. Next one, we've got Neary Nash and Jay Tucker.
Oh, Niecy
and
Nash.
Niecy Nash.
She's on, like Reno
Reno
911.
911.
Yeah.
And
She's very funny. Got her name right.
I'm assuming they broke up because they were fighting over who would have the giant teeth in the relationship.
they split them up in the divorce. That's a lot of smile between the two of them.
Yeah.
That's very
It's good. They healthy.
What a gorgeous black man, by the way. That guy.
Is he prettier than, like, is he almost
is.
too good looking for
it's
her?
It's always weird to me when you see like a guy who's like substantially more attractive than his like girl. There's something weirdly imbalanced about that to me. And I know I'm sure that's sexist.
Maybe
whatever,
she
but-
was wealthy before he was.
Yeah, you don't hear about that a lot. A guy marrying a woman, or well, there's the Hugh Jackman one.
Why,
Hugh Jackman and his
Jackman's-
wife. His wife's like 15 years older than him, and it's like, why are you two together?
Oh, is she not good looking? Can we
No,
see that?
Because he's
Yeah.
gay.
He's gay, right? Isn't that what people
That's
think?
probably true. Oh, you think that he married her early because she had money and then his career took
That's
off?
happened with Mariano Rivera. Mariano Rivera and his wife are like high school sweethearts.
Also
You see the two-
wildly gay.
I still have a question. So
Yes.
okay. So the gay thing, are unattractive women more attractive to you if you're gay, or it's just like less of a burden on like that's what I understand.
No, because they expect that no one's gonna fuck them anyways.
They'll be fag. They're your fag
They'll be
hag.
sad.
Yeah.
That's what.
Yeah.
So that's what. It's more about
It's
them.
Hugh
being a-
Jackman and his wife.
What?
Yeah.
That looks.
Oh,
like,
but she must have been real good looking when they got together, so I get it.
I thought that's like Roseanne Barr now.
No, I'm saying I want to see a young version of her because I like
That is the-
Come on now.
I mean, she's not comparably attractive as Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, it's a mismatch.
But
Is she wearing a life alert?
All right, next one up was we have Jim Carrey with his lovely lady.
She should have left him
No,
years ago.
hold on. This is her young.
Oh, yeah, so she was a smoke
not
show.
bad.
What?
I mean, not there, she's not, but in the earlier ones, she was. What the fuck is with that hair? That is,
That's how I wish
that a
my hair
real-
looked.
that can't be real.
when was that from? When could that have been from?
He looks like Yanni.
That is
God.
gorgeous locks.
That's Matt 4 years ago.
Yeah.
I feel like he's extra mocking me in that one.
It looks like her hair wants to fuck his hair.
All right, let's go. Let's go back. We got a
Jim
couple.
Carrey.
We got a couple left. Jim Carrey with his spouse, lady. Now, Jim Carrey.
Who was this one? I knew him and Jay McCarthy broke up a while ago. Who's this one?
Ginger Gonzaga.
Oh,
she
she's
was on.
like she's been on things.
She was on Kidding with him, which I really liked Kidding. Kidding was dark. Did you guys watch that at all?
No, I didn't see it.
It was really dark. It
Did they
kind
meet on
of.
the show, or did she fuck her way into it?
I don't know. I'm gonna assume she fucked
She was
her
on
way
that.
into it.
I'm
Talking to
what,
the mic.
I am talking. No, she's the. What was the show about the comedy store in the 70s on Showtime?
Well, he produced that.
Yeah,
I'm
dying
dying up here.
Yeah, she was on. She was on that too.
Wasn't she?
Okay.
She was also in the Showtime show. She was married to what was the man? I'm fucking retarded. The one like with the CIA agents. She was in one of the seasons.
Homeland?
As the,
No.
yeah, she was in Homeland.
Homeland?
Wasn't
I
she? Was the
don't-
wife,
I
and she
don't
was
know.
also.
No, that's chick from Deadpool.
Oh, I thought that's. Oh, that's not her. Yeah, you're right.
They kind of occupy the same space as like sort of like interchangeable, hot, borderline ethnic female lead. It's
Yeah.
like-
That's not a bad move from Jenny McCarthy Jenny McCarthy who cured her kid's autism with carrots.
For her.
Is that a real
Good
thing?
for her.
She
Why don't
said
you eat
that-
more carrots, dude?
Yeah.
If it's working, get on that.
What about his like ex girlfriend model who like killed herself? Right. That's
Really? I didn't
Yeah.
hear
She
about
drowned in
that.
a pool on Valium.
Yeah.
No, did she like
She was with
she
William
like
Shatner's wife.
She like jumped out of a building or something, right?
She jumped. How come
Is
all
that a
these
thing?
people kill their wives?
I mean,
I don't know. But no, yeah, Jenny McCarthy, their kid was autistic, and she's anti-vaccine because of it. And she said that she cured her kid's autism by feeding him vegetables.
But to be fair, because he's half Jim Carrey, it like balances out.
exactly.
He's also super extroverted
Yeah.
as well.
He's just like being the mask. He's not autistic.
Alrighty then.
All right, here's
He'll only
another.
talk to people while he's wearing the mask.
Yes.
Here's another mismatch in terms of attractiveness. So that's
Oh,
the
yeah.
dude.
Titties.
If you remember him, he was in Super Troopers. He was the Snosberries. These Snosberries taste like divorce.
Yes. Jeffrey Arend and Christina Hendricks.
Now she's a little bit strange because, like, firstly, I usually like thinner gals more than, but she's
Not with those
unbelievable.
kids. She's
Yeah,
the prime example.
but
No,
she's
a
gotten
fat
a little.
pig, I hear you.
She's gotten a little heavier. She has. She's gotten bottom heavy. I think that's
Good.
the issue. I think she couldn't get on top anymore on the little frame detective guy or something.
He's not trying to climb on that.
All right, so this is like I do have a take on this one.
Okay.
This is a cardinal sin on this guy's part, right? This guy who looks like he slays pussy in Brooklyn right now.
I was gonna
honestly.
say, yeah.
Like, fuck this guy so much. He was in not only was he in Super Troopers, he was in Dazed and Confused. You know,
he?
he's yeah.
How old is he? I
He's-
can't tell if he's like 55 or like 18. He's
Like-
got a weird.
Early 40s.
Really?
I feel like he hooked up with Christina Hendricks when she was like super young in the business. Got Mad Men. For like 3 years, she was the hottest woman arguably on the planet. You know what I mean?
she doesn't look good in that picture.
I'm saying, dude,
She
her,
looks like Ronald
But
McDonald.
when she was on Mad Men, holy fuck shits.
Yeah.
so she
Red hair and
has-
giant tits.
She has
Oof.
fallen off tremendously since then, unfortunately, right? Which is like, that's always going to happen. He's got to, he owes it to her because she gave him those thick years.
Yeah.
He owes it to her to,
Oh, he
you
had
know,
prime Christina Hendricks.
you know what I mean? And now he's going to be out there slaying hot ass.
The next one.
Like,
You think
she
he's that
shouldn't have
good
got
looking
fat.
that he's a draw in Brooklyn?
I think he is going to be slaying 26-year-olds off of the fact that he used to hook up with prime
Oh, and so
Christina
everyone,
Hendricks.
so he's got the scent of amazing pussy on him that
Mm-hmm.
will attract other
Yeah.
great pussy.
He's out here looking like a stallion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And it's like the Pete Davidson just intrigue factor of why is everyone who's the hottest person ever into this?
It's just
and
just like when you see people waiting in line at a thing, like you don't even know what it is, but you're like, I guess I'll wait in line.
yeah, because there's a line here.
Something's happening.
Yeah.
Well,
All right. So I want to
fuck
jump
this
ahead to Adele, and then we're gonna call it an end to our second annual
Yes.
celebrity breakdown of why people broke up based off of nothing but their pictures.
We'll see if this gets taken down also.
Are we
I
not
think it won't
doing-
'cause we didn't-
Are we not doing this one?
If you want, if there's any, okay, Miley Cyrus and Caitlyn Carter. I don't know who they are, but just put them back together. That's incredible.
You don't
I
know
mean,
who Miley Cyrus is.
I know Miley
Yes.
Cyrus. I don't know Caitlyn Carter, but get them back together. I don't know who's prettier. She's gorgeous in a different way than Miley is. Miley's ab, and I mean, I like
Miley's
that.
abs are insane.
I know. I just want like both of them to sit on my face forever. Like that's it. You know.
Are you telling me you don't watch The Hills: New Beginnings?
I mean, they're both just stunning. How do they? Maybe they realize like we got to give this vagina to other people. We're being too selfish
I
here.
bet they have boring lesbian sex. I bet they're bad at lesbian sex. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
I bet they were trying to get too aggressive because like they were trying to overcompensate.
I bet they're both used to laying there while hot guys fuck them and they don't have to do anything, and then they get together and they don't know what to do with each other.
Could be.
I got another hot take. I think the exact opposite. I think they are used to double teaming each other's boyfriends. They tried to make it work without the boyfriend. They were like, yeah, this doesn't really work. Let's go back to being friends. But they still, you know what I mean?
I think
Okay.
you just made this so you could jerk off to it.
Can I just say?
I think when he would
That's
come
what the
home at
whole
night,
show
they'd be
is.
dressed in something sexy.
If you're the dude who ended up in that threesome, I feel like once you come, you should just spontaneously combust. Like you should just evaporate into dust. That's the end. You did it. Like
Yeah.
there's nothing more to accomplish. You float back up to the gods.
Or you become homeless and you're just like the crazy homeless guy who swears he had a
Yeah.
threesome with Miley Cyrus and Caitlyn
Like
Carter
you're not
for the
allowed
rest
to
of his
do
life.
anything else after that. That's
Yeah.
it.
That's
I think the best part is like the morning after when you try to play it cool and have a conversation and they're just dismissive of you. I just imagine that's how it would be. It's like, yeah, we fucked you, but like you're still gross.
That's how low your self-esteem is. You just theoretically had a 3-way
and I feel like
with the
that
two
would
of
still
them.
undermine it. It's like you walk away feeling kind of good, but mostly still shitty about yourself. I feel like.
All right.
Oh.
That's
Now-
how I think so.
Let's take a
That's
look.
my take.
There's no way you wake up in the morning feeling shitty after that
Let's just say, how low
accomplishment.
can
No,
your
but
self-esteem be?
after they just after they shit on you about
What
it
you thought
afterwards,
you thought you were there for your personality? Like they actually liked you?
Yeah, it's like, oh,
You're
You
so
probably
funny.
had you probably had cocaine on you and a big dick. That's probably how you swing that one.
Not even. You could trick them.
Yeah,
All right.
dude, a little
Yeah.
like a decent dick and some cocaine with fentanyl in
Decent dick and good angles.
You mean you're trying to knock them out? Is that's your plan, Harrington?
it. Dude, obviously.
yeah.
Well,
'cause
then-
I'm sure Miley Cyrus has difficulty scoring cocaine.
That she has to go to.
If only I could find a guy with cocaine
Yeah.
She's so desperate for
Yeah.
cocaine.
in the
She has to
music
find.
and movie industry.
No.
She has to find Ilya and Mike Harrington are her dealers.
Chill.
Like,
All
you
right.
want coke? Give me like 2.5 weeks.
If it
I'll
was
get back to you.
if it was L.A., I'm sure she'd have a source, but she doesn't live in New York. You know what I mean? She's out at the club. She wasn't even planning on doing coke tonight. But oh hey, Mike Harrington, you might have some coke.
He really played this one out in his head. He
I'm
worked
not
out
saying.
all
You
of his
know what
angles.
else she could do is
Yeah.
go to her personal assistant and say, "Hey, get me coke," and then she has coke wherever
why-
she
when
is.
And then
Harrington's
point
right
to
there.
Mike in the corner and go, make sure it's not from that guy.
This dude had fentanyl and
No,
trying to knock
you
out.
guys are missing. This is Harrington with a home. He's got confidence, and not just that.
He can cook it in his house now.
He's been hanging out at that all ladies center.
He's got I woke up at room temperature confidence.
And he's been hanging out at that ladies center, so he really knows how to understand women. That's why he's been there. He's been observing their habits, and he can work
Yeah,
anything.
observing their habits. That's what I do.
All right, let's take a look at Adele. She broke up with that guy. I'm assuming because his breath smelled like
nice.
vomit.
That means you got one hell of an album coming.
Also, you would think with all of her money, even though she was fat, she could do better than the guy from Home Alone too. You know, with homeless mouth.
I feel like I was dating Adele. I would just run from opposite sides of her stomach and then say hello from the other side.
Also, how do you write sad songs about having to leave that guy?
Wait, did you really just call him Fat Tim Curry? And did you also refer to Tim Curry as the guy from Home Alone 2?
That's all I know him from Home Alone too. You know,
I didn't know who you were
Rocky
talking about.
Horror?
I'm very
Come on.
I never
exactly.
saw Rocky Horror. The other thing I like about Adele, she's gotten like really skinny and attractive now, and I feel like her next album's just going
Don't
to be
say
all
skinny. Look at that.
No,
She has my
look at
chin.
go look, Google Adele 2020. I'm telling you, her next album's going to be like an
Her neck
upbeat hip
is
hop
fat.
thing.
Yeah.
You're going to think Madonna wrote it.
She's gonna be a background dancer or have the body of a background dancer.
No,
Yeah.
she's good looking now.
I would definitely fuck Adele.
Yeah, she dropped it.
What?
She's
Whoa.
beautiful face. Almost looks like a fembot.
That's always
all
how she
face
fucking
shots,
looked.
Are you fucking kidding
No,
me? Adele
It's
is
like,
so
like
She looks
most
like she's
most
yelling
fat
at-
chicks, only face shots.
No, look at the top left.
I mean, she
and the
looks
top
like she
right.
hosts
lost
like a
weight.
Sunday cooking show.
No.
Yeah, like she's about to get fat.
Like
Like,
home
this is the
cooking,
first
yeah.
season when it like the southern bacon
This
kind
is
of
my
thing.
grandmother's pie recipe.
All right, I think we
Yo,
did it.
Is
yeah.
she dating a guy with? Is she dating a British rapper with neck tattoos?
Why not?
God, that makes me so happy.
Wait, what? But why would hold on? But why would a black guy date a fat white chick though?
I did not know that
why
transferred
would-
across the pond.
It's a worldwide phenomenon.
a fat white bird. I'm
All
sorry.
right.
That way.
Let's do the plugs. Comedy Fight Club every Sunday at the Stand. What time?
Stan, 9 o'clock is the live show, and it's on Gas Digital every Wednesday at 10:30. And also, Who's on First podcast, new comedy sports podcast I started doing.
Beauty. G Mike, you can catch him on bigger podcasts, producing behind the scenes. Harrington, you got anything you want to plug?
Yeah, you can check me out. I got some solid UFC content coming up on.
And you're still
my-
selling your cum, right?
Yeah, I mean,
So you can still
that's-
get out in time for the holidays.
Okay,
Priority
any on you?
shipping.
yeah, sure. I have plenty of cum on me, but I really just
I bet
kind
you do,
of
faggot.
I kind of just want to pitch.
We don't use that language here. We don't want to get another episode taken down.
My bad, my bad.
That was for the sake of humor. We're the anti-defamation podcast, everybody.
You know, there's like a whole MMA component to it that I actually do really care about that I wish you guys would check out. It's Patreon.com.
But you can also buy his
/the-
cum.
or twitch.tv/the M Harrington. Yeah, check that out. Come watch Fight Card with me.
Okay, awesome. And I'm going to put in the episode description links to those dates. If you're a skier, come out. You said it's Gray Mountain, right?
I haven't skied it, but it's a well-known place. Yeah,
It's a well-known mountain. I'm going to be there doing comedy. Come fucking hang. It's going to be a great time. Thanks for joining us. Later.